Welcome back. It was almost 2 weeks ago. Me and my boyfriend had gone on a summer vacation with two of our couple friends. We had been together for just a couple of months, 7 months to be exact. And I had known him for like 6 years since we were in college. It was pretty fresh, and the honeymoon phase wasn't trying to end even. It was becoming better and better day by day. So we went to Hawaii with our friends for a week. It was me and him. Let's call the other couples Adam and Lee, gay couple, and Ryan and Gigi. Ryan had known me the longest because we were in high school together, but he's been the closest to my boyfriend over the years, especially in college. We haven't been that close given that he knew me before him. We only got closer after my boyfriend and I got together. My man was definitely the jealous type, so he never left us alone together until one day. I remember it was the 4th day of the week. We had gone to a beach club, and it was a night where they taught us dances and made us do activities. We were drinking a lot of cocktails, and I love cocktails, so I drank too many. I stopped counting after 5. I remember vivid flashes of the night, so don't mind me if it sounds messy. It was like the world was spinning around me. I was looking for any of our friends, but I couldn't find them. I searched the whole hotel until I found myself knocking on Ryan's door. He answered it in a bathrobe, drunk as well. I asked him about Jay, and he said he hadn't seen him since we were at the club and we all left. I told him that I haven't seen him in a while, and that's when he invited me inside and changed his clothes to go search for him. I was sitting on the bed with Gigi. She was covered under the blanket, but I knew she was naked. She then asked me if I ever kissed a woman. I told her no, then she kissed me. It was drunken and it was heavy. I didn't like having sex with her, and I felt guilty because Ryan was looking for Jay and I was there sleeping with his girlfriend. Or his girlfriend was sleeping with me. I didn't get it at that time. When it was getting hotter, Jay and Ryan entered the room and saw us while we were both naked. Ryan yelled at me for cheating on Jay. He said he doesn't care about Gigi because he already knew what she was doing, but Jay was loyal to me. Jay was shocked and choked up on his tears, but he didn't speak. He managed to say one thing when we went to the room, and it was, "You don't know what you did. This is not a mistake to be forgiven." He didn't speak to me the rest of the trip. He avoided me, and it felt like something inside him broke. I tried talking to him, telling him that I didn't like it and that I wanted it to end immediately, but he wasn't convinced. After we came back from the trip, it was a lot more awkward. He hadn't kissed me since the last time he kissed me in Hawaii before I lost him in the club. I tried to tell him that she threw himself on me, but he wouldn't budge. 3 days ago, he texted me one time, "We're not going to continue living like this forever. You hurt me badly, we're over." It was the last time I heard from him. I miss him incredibly, and I can't get over it. I lost my best friend. Please help me. What should I do? Edit. He doesn't return my texts or calls. I even visited his house, and it looked like no one was there. I called his mom, and she wasn't aware that we broke up. Edit 2. I've tried to reach out multiple times. He changed his number now. I still have him on Facebook, and I've told him happy birthday there, but he didn't reply. I tried to reach out through Facebook multiple times. He warned me that he would block me. It hurt me terribly, but I respected his needs and stopped messaging him. I still message his old number every day, though. Update. I'm so stupid. I just asked the first guy I saw in the bar out that night. I felt disgusted because my heart belonged to him. He probably belongs to someone else now. I'm so hurt, I just can't get over him. It's been 2 months and I can't just see someone else. He was my best friend, and I had feelings for him for way longer than the 7 months we were together. I still love him. I tried having sex with other people earlier this month, but I couldn't. I know it sounds dramatic, but I really am full of regret, and I've been missing him since that text. Never got a correct closure. OP, your actions were a serious betrayal of trust. And it's no surprise that your boyfriend reacted the way he did. You were intoxicated, but that doesn't excuse your choices. It's not just about the physical aspect. The emotional betrayal can be just as painful, if not more so. Your boyfriend made it clear that he couldn't continue living with this hurt, and you should respect his decision. Continuing to contact him and trying to reach out after he's asked for space is not respecting his boundaries. You need to accept the consequences of your actions and give him the time he needs to heal, even if it means moving on without you. comments. I'm sorry, but I find it hard to feel sorry for you in this situation. You cheated on your boyfriend, who was also your best friend, and then you tried to date someone else right after it ended. It's crucial to take responsibility for your actions and understand that closure might not come easily, especially when you've deeply hurt someone you claimed to care about. Well, honey, you played with fire, and now you're dealing with the burns. Cheating is a choice, and now you're facing the consequences. Learn from it, and maybe next time stay loyal to your partner. You messed up big time by cheating on your boyfriend, especially with his close friend's girlfriend. What you did was a betrayal, and it's understandable that he's hurt and doesn't want to continue the relationship. Instead of seeking sympathy, you should reflect on your actions and learn from this mistake. Story 2. I, 32 female, deeply regret my actions from a decade ago, and I understand that I've hurt my husband, 41, deeply by keeping this secret for so long. It's important for me to share my perspective on this situation. Back then, my relationship with my husband, then boyfriend, was going through a rough patch. We had been dating for 5 years, and I was anxious to take the next step toward marriage. I felt like we were stuck in a rut, and my desire for more commitment was met with resistance. It was during this vulnerable time that I formed an emotional connection with a coworker, 30's coworker. We began chatting online, and as time went on, our conversations grew more flirtatious in tone. While I admit that the messages weren't explicit, they were certainly inappropriate. This coworker and I shared personal details about our lives and unfortunately indulged in some sexual innuendos. Things escalated when we started spending time together outside of work. We held hands, shared an awkward hug, and he even attempted to kiss me twice. During this period, I found myself fantasizing about him, even during intimate moments with my boyfriend. It reached a point where I considered being unfaithful to my partner. Then things progressed and things got physical. I canceled our plans one day, realizing the betrayal that I was causing on my boyfriend. I genuinely love my husband, and the thought of hurting him in such a way was a wake-up call. I decided to devote myself entirely to our relationship. We eventually got engaged, got married, and built a beautiful family together, 4 female, 3 male. For 10 years, I carried the guilt and shame of my actions, and deeply regret keeping this from him. I acknowledge that my actions were deceitful and have caused him pain. I decided to finally confess everything to my husband because I want to be completely honest with him and face the consequences of my actions. Now he's struggling with this revelation, and I'm willing to answer any questions he has. My hope is that with time and open communication, we can work through this and strengthen our relationship. I want to make amends and rebuild the trust that was damaged by my past actions. Comments. While it's commendable that you finally came clean about your past actions, the fact remains that you maintained this secret for a whole decade, during which you built a life together. Your husband deserves better than to be blindsided like this. Your actions back then were a betrayal, and the timing of your confession is bound to hurt him even more. I appreciate your honesty now, but let's not sugarcoat this. What you did was wrong, and it's clear you carried this guilt for years. Your husband had every right to know about this a long time ago. You have a tough road ahead to rebuild trust, and it's a journey you should have started years ago. I'm glad you're willing to face the consequences of your actions, but the fact remains that you cheated on your then boyfriend, who's now your husband. Keeping this secret for 10 years is a huge breach of trust. It's going to take more than just open communication to repair the damage caused by such a long deception.